Uh, this lecture is to be about the connection we did with TechCrunch. So first of all, who knows TechCrunch? Hands up, please. Everyone? Almost. Good. It's the biggest tech blog in the world. But before I start, I would like to tell a little bit, very short, about what Kinetize is. It's, as Sir here said about that, it's a tool for building mobile applications on your own without hiring a developer. Let me show you how it works on a quick movie. So you design your application using just drag and drop in the web browser, then you click build, and it's ready within 1 minute. You don't need to wait for a team of developers to build it for a few weeks or months, and you can just submit it to App Stores. There are new additions to our service introduced quite recently. First of all, we offer subscription model for to pay for our applications. Then we added a generation of whole backend systems, and you have user and content management also integrated. So it's even easier than before to build the app and actually manage it. It's a one-stop shop for app development. And one very important thing, how complex applications, what applications can be actually built with this tool. Let me show you just one example, which we also did as an exercise this week. Does this application remind you of something? Until today, I was showing as our most complex example a Facebook mobile application, that we can do Facebook mobile application. I think Uber is a bit more trendy right now than Facebook, so we built Uber as well. Anyway, getting back to TechCrunch. Why partnering with TechCrunch? Why actually chasing TechCrunch when you want to promote a tech startup? First of all, North America, United States is a tech leader worldwide in terms of technology. There will be people that tell you that China, Japan, whoever else, but it's United States. Facebook comes from United States, Google, Apple, all those big companies come from there, so United States is the tech center. Succeeding there spreads the success worldwide, so it's a good thing to start there. And Silicon Valley is the center of tech United States, so is the center of the world. TechCrunch is #1 tech medium there, so if you get promoted there, you are actually promoted worldwide, because TechCrunch is reprinted all over the world. Actually, this is what happened to us also in September. TechCrunch covered Kinetize, and Instantly, media around the world were writing about us. Smaller, bigger. For example, there was one blog from Algeria, I think Algeria. I entered this blog. I had no idea something like that exists, but then I found their fan page on Facebook. It turned out they have 1.5 million followers, so almost as many as TechCrunch. Now we have a lot of customers from Algeria, Morocco, and Egypt. Why we decided to promote Kinetize at Hackathon? Kinetize is a tool for development, or rather for developers, or even more for people who would like to be developers, but they don't have programming skills. Programming skills are currently very required in the world. Everybody is looking for developers. Developers cost a lot of money, but it takes like 5 years to learn how to code well. So everyone would like to be able to develop. Not everyone can. So this is why we have invented Kinetize in the first place. So Hackathon was good for us because it proved that applications can be built extremely fast, good applications in 24 hours, because this is what Hackathon is all about. Then when we went to San Francisco to the Hackathon organized by the biggest tech medium, we were counting on getting world-class feedback on what we should improve in our platform. We got it, of course. And we wanted to get involved in so-called API economy. Today, everybody, I mean, especially the big guys, are building APIs. They want developers to use their APIs, connect to it, to get those developers connected to their companies. And we wanted to be a part of it, especially that our tool is very good, not API itself, but it is good at connecting to APIs. So it's a perfect fit for us. Look who's there beside us. The big guys only. This is a piece of list of hackathon partners and sponsors. Only big names in alphabetical order: Dolby, Ford, IBM. Layered down here is winner of Startup Battlefield 2 years ago. So only big guys. And look what we could say here: official mobile platform of TechCrunch Disrupt San Francisco. That's not something everybody can write about themselves. What was the hackathon itself? It was a great event, really, with a great atmosphere. There were 800 hackers, really simply trying to build something for themselves. They wanted to prove that they are good, and it was their main purpose. There were prizes, of course, and hackers were chasing them, but they were not very big. The number one prize was $5,000, so it's not a world of money. They had 24 hours to design their own idea and actually make it happen, to code it or connect electronic equipment, make their hack do something actually. And this spirit of creation was felt everywhere. This is how it looked. 800 people sitting in round tables like that. This is one of 2 rooms only. There was another room just behind that wall, and everybody was trying to build something. It was amazing to see people simply willing to build. This is another angle. Of course, the organizers took care of catering. Yeah, this is the second room I mentioned, and this is us. I'm the guy in the yellow shirt. Our CTO is talking in here, we were explaining to hackers how to use our platform, because this is what we were there for, to help them build apps on our tool. Because the tool was quite new for them. Some of those hackers made the effort to prepare a bit. They read about Kinetize before hackathon, because it was announced that we will be the partner there. But actually, many of them just entered the room and start wondering what they are going to build and with what tools. So we were helping them by answering technical questions, and sometimes those questions were really deep. They were really building some complex applications, and I will show you especially one in a second. As time progressed, it was getting late at night. There were less people because some hackers decided they prefer to sleep. Maybe they didn't have idea, I don't know. There were a bit less people. Or even this happened, not everybody managed to stay awake for 24 hours, and they decided to take a nap. Or like this. It was also a very common picture, but it was cute. But still, there were people building those apps. Even dawn approached at some point, and after 24 hours of everybody working and building their applications, everybody was completely tired. We actually, myself and 3 guys from my team, we slept. We took like 2 hours nap each, but we were exhausted in the morning when the demos started. We actually wanted to go home, but decided to stay. Let's see what those people actually built and let them demo it. And we were surprised because 157 projects were submitted. It turned out that 30 were built on our platform. It was a huge proof for us that our platform is really usable. It is possible to quickly learn it, so it is intuitive enough for new users to build serious applications in one day. It really happened. We didn't expect it. Because as you saw on one of the pictures, people were approaching us, but we started to know them because there were the same people, and we counted like 5, maybe 10 different teams that were really building applications on our platform. And then it turned out there are 30 of them because people were presenting them on the stage, and each time we say like, wow, that's ours. So 30 applications were built, but the biggest surprise was that 2 little kids built an application. 9-year-old and 10-year-old guys. This is Kiran and Rohan, or Rohan and Kiran, I don't remember. Okay, it's not that they build the application completely by themselves. Their fathers helped them. But still, the story is great. It's the story on TechCrunch blog. It had a lot of shares, also on Facebook, a lot of shares, on Twitter. Funny thing is that their app called Beanstalks was making them earn money from their parents for walking the dog, cleaning the dishes, things like that. So below this article, there is a huge discussion as well. One guy said, times have changed. Silicon Valley kids get $20 for walking the dog. Nice. So it was a bit controversial, but it also helped in promotion. But the kids were great. I think it's not visible in here, but I accidentally took a picture of them sleeping somewhere throughout the night. I'm sorry, it's, can we get darker? Oh? No, still nothing. Okay, these are their parents, their dads. Actually, one of them is at the moment looking at his laptop with Kinetize on it. And it's the middle of the night, and from what I see there, I can tell you that he's still learning the first tutorial. So they really picked it up very quickly. The quality of this video is poor, but let me show you how the kids presented and how actually the whole demoing looked like.
My name is Kieran, and this is my friend Rohan. We are here to introduce you to our new app, Beanstalks. We get money for many different reasons, but one of our options for saving this money. Piggy banks, they're so last-century. Bank accounts, but are they designed for kids? Existing apps, but they're not connected to a real account. Beanstalks allows us to set and manage our savings. Our Beanstalks app reinvents the kids' bank account by connecting 3 areas that are important to us. Beanstalks allows us to set and manage our savings goals. Beanstalk also allows us to manage our chores. Beanstalks allows us to connect and manage a real bank account. Okay, let's see our demo.
The balance, the account, the wish list, the chores. On the right-hand side, you see the parent, and the parent is now going to approve the garbage being picked up, and hopefully we are going to see more money in that account. Great.
All right, that's Beanstalk.
They got the biggest applause of all demos that day, definitely. No one got bigger applause. For us, Kinetize as a company, as a startup, the biggest reward was being present at the final of TechCrunch when startup Battlefield results were announced as well. This is what the chief of TechCrunch said.
We wouldn't be able to host a hackathon, 3 days of awesome speakers, and our spectacular Battlefield without the support of these great people and companies. Kinetize, official mobile app development platform.
All tech industry in the world were looking at the stage right now. So imagine the impact on our image worldwide and what it means for us, not just in a short term, but also in long term. No one will take it away from us that we were there as official partner of TechCrunch. It stays forever. Now, lessons learned, because this is actually the title of this speech. First of all, whatever you do, you need to find a good fit. Without it, even if you have a lot of money, it probably won't work what you want to achieve. For us, for our development platform, Hackathon was a very good fit. Hackathon in San Francisco, organized by TechCrunch, it just matches together. Also with the variety of API offered by Ford, MasterCard, IBM, all those other big companies, where our platform could very well integrate with those APIs. It was a perfect fit. This is something what is really even more important than money. Second, distinguish yourself or die. This is true for whatever you do. You are fighting in the market. You need to find possibilities to stand out, to make yourself look different than everybody else. And this is what we are doing right now. No one else can say that they were official mobile app development platform of TechCrunch Disrupt Hackathon. No one. Third, this is hackathon specific. give prizes to hackers. This is very important because otherwise they won't use whatever you are offering. I said 157 projects were submitted in that hackathon. 30 were built on our platform. This is actually because we didn't give out any prizes at all. Well, we gave 2 tickets for TechCrunch hackathon, but it was maybe not under the table, but it was not officially announced that we are giving prizes. Many other companies were organizing so-called custom contest. They paid TechCrunch for it. They were giving like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever. But hackers were really after those prizes as well. For example, there was one company called .club. They are offering nothing but a domain name, .club. So if you build a hack, whatever hack you were building, whatever application you were building during hackathon, and you decided to name it your app .club, you were eligible for being in their contest, and you could win $1,000 or $2,000. So the result they had was that they had 70 hacks done on their platform, meaning they just added .club to the name of their application. So give prizes to hackers. Now something very common, not hackathon specific. How many of you are startups? Hands up. Some of you, yeah. You probably are looking for financing, for VC money. And you probably read a lot of tutorials, how to do it and how to not do it. I read a very interesting list by Bartek Pucek recently. He mentioned why VCs might not want your startup at all, might not be interested. First of all, it's a bad fit, it's that you don't have good team, things like that you can find in any tutorial. Now I will say something, I don't know if obvious, but very, very simple. Meaning, VCs are lazy. And they won't tell it to you, they won't mention it when you pitch them. They won't say that this is the reason they don't want to invest. Imagine they have hundreds of pitches per year, several a day. They just don't have time to go through all them, and they are just scanning through the pitches, looking for deal breakers for them. If they find one, they just don't want it. They don't read the rest of it. You might have another Facebook, but if there is any single deal breaker, then they will not fund you at all. And this deal breaker, in this context, of company from, let's say, Poland, trying to get investor in San Francisco, is that you're not from San Francisco. It's that simple. This is example email response from one of the VCs. We are focused on partnering with companies in early stages of development that are within driving distance. We live in global era. Everybody has Skype, emails, phones, Facebook, Messenger, everything. But it's driving distance. Sorry. We actually tested it out because besides being there at Hackathon, we also had a booth throughout the whole conference, through all 3 days. And there were investors wandering around, coming by to talk, to see what we have, and they were amazed by the demo we were giving them. They say, "Wow, great, really cool. Where are you from?" Poland. Okay, good job, good job, good job. At some point, we decided to experiment, and we started answering, we are from Poland, but we are moving to San Francisco soon. Ah, okay, let's talk. Completely different approach. Completely different thing. Actually, that's it, or maybe almost it, because in the lessons learned, I rather told you what not to do. For the very end, I would like to give you one positive advice. Do you know this guy? Who knows him? Okay. Robert Scoble is world's #1 tech blogger and influencer. He has like 600 followers on Facebook. He posts a lot of stuff, a lot of content about new startups. He meets, he talks. He's really great. People are listening to him in Silicon Valley. And funny thing is, he interviewed us. We actually managed to get to this guy to interview us. He interviewed us live on Facebook Mentions. It was watched by almost 8,000 people. There were a lot of comments, questions, shares. Yeah, he has 650,000 followers on Facebook. He's very, very powerful, almost as powerful as TechCrunch itself. Actually, even one of the comments where Polish people are on some next level, so much talent in that country. This is what we managed to achieve for the whole Poland. But how did we get there? It's actually not in the context of hackathon. It's not that we met this guy on hackathon or on TechCrunch Disrupt. I planned to do so, but unfortunately, just before the hackathon, he posted on Facebook that he is leaving for Brazil. So he won't be there. It was my plan actually to go there and approach him, talk to him, show him what we've got. He wrote that he won't be in San Francisco that week. So what I did, I answered him in his comments. I actually approached him there. And I told him, I want to pitch him. I want to show him what I've got and what might be interesting for his company. I explained it in 2 sentences and see what happened. Just 1 minute later, he said, okay, when can we meet? The outcome of this, the lesson, very important one, is cold calling works. Maybe not calling. This is just another medium. It can happen. Don't let anyone make you believe that something cannot be done. This is most powerful tech influencer in the world. I'm just a startup from Poland in Europe. Maybe some Americans even don't know where exactly Poland is. I managed to get to him without any help, without any introduction, any warm intro, nothing. And this truth is valid for everything you do. Don't let anyone tell you that something is not doable. Thank you.